When participating in any exercise program, there is a possibility of physical injury and an increased load on the heart, which may result in dizziness, shortness of breath, and in extreme circumstances may result in a heart attack. If you experience any dizziness or pain, stop exercising immediately and seek medical attention as required. By participating in this exercise program, you agree to freely accept all associated risks, dangers, and hazards. The governors of the University of Alberta, their officers, employees, and volunteers are not responsible for any injury or loss of any kind sustained by you while participating. Consult your physician before beginning any exercise program.
We're going to get going with our warm-up, so as you grab your stuff and get set up, you can join in whenever you're ready. We're going to start with that little march. The same warm-up that we always do here, getting that heart rate up a little bit. I'm awakened by the truth that only for a moment I'm alive with you. Step and tap that opposite foot. Getting a little bit of rotation into that core. If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like. Good, taking this into a little heel tap. Heel comes forward and curving those arms up to your shoulders. On the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like. Again, for anyone that hasn't joined me in the past, I don't typically play music because I find it can interfere with my voice a little bit, but feel free to put music on your own. Alright, taking this into a little tap back here, so that leg's going to come behind you, and those arms are going to drive overhead. I was higher than the stars, orbiting the universe to where you are. Many years we've been apart. Good, next one we're going to do a ham curl, so that leg is going to bend up behind you. Elbows drive to that back wall. Nice wide stance with those legs. Trying to get that heel all the way to your bike. If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like. Alright, next one here. We're going to take it into a knee lift. So just alternating those knees up nice and high. Torso stay strong, not collapse as we got up the body. And 4 more here. Good, into a little front kick here. Leg comes out straight in front of you. And into jumping jacks. So if you don't like this jumping version, you have that stepping option. Trying to keep those arms and legs moving, getting that heart rate up. And 4 more. Good, bringing this into a little squat. Feet come a little bit wider than those hips. And down you go. Good, keeping that torso nice and upright, pulling through the chest, nice and open. Sitting back into those hips. Two more. Good, we're going to go back into that march that we started with. And we're going to take those hands into a little shoulder press here. Working that coordination. Okay, and we're going to take that press forward, so sticking with that march. Let those arms come out in front of you here.
into that little step tap that we did at the beginning here, but we're gonna take that hand overhead and reach. You're gonna step, big reach to that side. Again, trying to engage that core a little bit, warming up that torso. And 2 more here. And last one, we're just gonna jog on the spot. Pretend like you're skipping. Awesome. Okay, so today's workout we're going to do Tabatas. So for those of you that have never done a little Tabata class, it's going to be 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, and we're going to flip between 2 exercises for 8 rounds before we switch. So really quick but intense work for that 20 seconds. So our first exercise is going to be a tricep dip. So we're going to need that table, that chair, whatever you have. We're going to set ourselves up here. Butt can sit on the edge, fingertips pointing towards your butt, but hands are firmly planted on that surface. Walking those feet out, you can have your feet fully straight or bent for less intensity. And we're just gonna drop that butt straight down, just to a hover above that floor and back up. So that's gonna be your first exercise, 20 seconds hard, 10 seconds rest. Then we're gonna alternate that with step ups. So I'm gonna go behind me here, but we're gonna have one leg up onto your surface. You're gonna pull yourself up onto that leg and back down. So we're gonna stay same leg here for 20 seconds and alternate as we switch sides. So you'll get 4 rounds on each leg. All right, I'm just gonna get my little timer going. So we're starting with those tricep dips. When we're ready here, all right, let's go. So elbows are driving behind you to that back wall. We're not letting them flare out to the side, rounding through those shoulders. Nice and open through that chest here. Butt comes just above the floor and back up. Nice work. 20 seconds goes by nice and fast. So you want to work hard. Into those step ups here. So choose whatever leg you want. Up onto that surface, pull yourself up, and step, touch back down. So the harder this is going to be if you go a little bit faster, but you want to focus on that quad that's on your chair. So you're not pushing off heavily with that bottom leg. Nice, we're back into those dips. If this is hurting your wrist, you can stack those hands into fists here. Same thing. Elbows are driving to that back wall. Again, keeping those knees bent if you need a little bit more assistance through that dip. Straightening out if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Nice work. Other leg here for those step ups. And go. So really focusing on that top leg, pulling yourself up, engaging that quad. We're not pushing off the bottom leg too much. Increasing speed to make this a little bit harder, but maintaining that form. Good. All right, we're halfway here. Back into those dips. Ready, and go. Making this at whatever intensity you need. Trying to get as many reps as you can. We're focusing on nice and slow, controlled movement. Good, step ups, back to that first leg. Here we go. Again, depending on the surface you have in front of you, a little bit higher is going to make it more difficult for sure. A little bit lower is going to make it a little bit easier. Pushing with that quad. Yes, nice work. All right, last minute dips here. And go. Choosing that variation that's good for you. We're not collapsing through those shoulders. Chest stays open. Really isolating that extension at your elbows. All the way up, all the way down. Nice work. Okay, last one here. Step up on that other leg. When you're ready, exercise. Again, going a little bit slower. If this is difficult for you, speeding it up. If you want more of a challenge, getting those reps in, getting that heart rate up. Nice work. Okay, grab some water, quick little break. We're on to number 2. So this one is going to be cardio and core. So our core exercise is going to be just a normal plank. So whether you want to be up on those hands, down on those elbows, down on those knees, you choose your variation. You can even do it on an incline surface, so against your little chair. Second is going to be jump lunges. So down to a full lunge, hop up, switch. If you don't like this impact, you can do little skiers. So less impact, or you can just step into that reverse lunge. Starting with that plank, here we go. Nice straight line from those shoulders down to those heels. Core is engaged, not letting that low back drop down to the floor. Choosing that modification. Yes. Good. Remember, just 20 seconds here. Working that intensity factor. Jump lunges, skiers, step backs. When you're ready. Looking to make those modifications. And then you can adjust the intensity just by speed alone. Nice work. Okay, back into that plank. Ready? And go. Wrist back right under the shoulder. Toes right under those ankles. Staring at those toes. Nice work. Back into those jump lunges here. When you're ready. Still focusing on that good form here. Create a nice 90-degree bend with both those knees. Torso is upright. Nice work, back into that plank.
I was taken by the moon, looking down at everything I never knew.
Choosing those elbows to those knees is an option here. You can go to those knees from your hands,
By the truth,
down to those elbows and those toes, or those elbows and those knees.
I'm alive with you.
Nice work, that was halfway there, guys. Back into those jump lunges.
If you never come around, how we ever gonna be?
And go.
Always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling
Nice and
feels
light through those
like.
feet as you're jumping. Absorbing that
If you
impact.
never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like.
Alright, back to that plank. Go. Nice and neutral with that neck position. Steering just in front of those hands.
I was higher than the stars.
Take a little break to catch your breath.
Letting the universe to where you are.
Yes. Ooh, back into those jump lunges.
Many years,
Last one.
many years we've been apart.
Alright, here we go.
And I never wanted gravity to pull this hard. If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see us.
Now you better grab some water, guys. Back into our upper lower body split. First exercise, interim. Nice soft bend to the knees. Walk those hands up to a plank. Back up. All the way to 10. Exercise 2, split squat. One leg comes on your bench or chair. Nice, 90-90 bend with those knees. Alright, starting with those interims, hip width apart, soft bend to the knees, walk those hands up to a full plank, and back in, working at your own pace here. Alright, choosing one leg for those split squats. You can curl that toe under, or leave it flat against your shoelaces, whatever's more comfortable for you. Focusing on that front leg. Engaging that quad. Torso upright. Nice work. Back into those inchworms. Ready? And go. Drop bend to those knees. Out to your plank. And back in at your own pace. Nice work. Other leg for those foot squats. And go. Okay, balancing so we're not shifting that weight side to side. Knee is tracking that front toe. Torso's upright. We're not hinging forward at the hips. Nice work, back into those inchworms. Ready? Exercise. Alright, back to that first leg, split squat. If you're really not liking that elevated leg, choosing just a static lunge here. So just dropping down into that back knee without that elevation. Nice work. Last set of inchworms here. When you're ready, exercise. Remember, this is only 20 seconds. Give it all you got. squats. Again, choosing that static lunge variation if you don't like that back leg elevated exercise. Still ensuring that alignment with your knees and your toes. Keeping that torso upright, chest open. Awesome, nice work guys, grab some water. We are back into that core cardio split. So all of our core today is going to be some variation of a plank. And then we're back into that high plank position. Alternating shoulder taps here. So one arm up, tapping that opposite shoulder. Again, here we're trying to avoid that big rocking through those hips. So again, you can do this for burpees if you choose. Cardio is burpees. So I'll show that when we get there. We've got 10 seconds to go here. So you have some options there as well. So into that plank position, whatever you choose. Elbows, feet. When you're ready here, alternating that arm up to your opposite shoulder. So again, that means showing that modification here. From your elbows, you can still lift your hand if you choose. You can drop to those knees. Help stabilize a little bit. Yes. Okay, burpees quickly. Full burpee. You got your jump back, jump in, jump up. At me here. Doing modification, you take a step instead. Again, using that speed also as an intensity modification. Moving at your own pace here. Yes. Alright, back into that plank shoulder tap. And go. Again, here we can take those feet nice and wide to make that base support bigger, or bring those feet right together to make it a little bit more challenging. Back to burpees. Nice and strong, soft through those feet if you're jumping. Good, back to that plank. Halfway, got it. Exercise. Good, lifting that opposite arm if that's available to you.
It's a voice in the deep and it's calling for me, singing no, yeah. Hey.
Kind of minimize that rocking. Burpees, one more time. Actually, 2 more times, I lied, but. Alright, when you're ready. Last plank here. One more set of burpees. Ready? Exercise. Alright, last one for future comments. No more. Hold back. Ready? And go. incline push-ups. Feet are going to be up on your chair or table, hands down on the floor. And coming into that push-up and back. If you don't like this, you're doing a normal push-up on the floor. We're going to take into that incline push-up. So opposite leg, bring that chest down to your surface. Your second exercise is an elevated lateral lunge. So incline toe of the foot coming onto that surface. Nice big stance here. We're bending into that outside knee. Choosing athletes you want, they're available to you. Starting with those push-ups. Feet on your surface. Nice, choosing one leg for those lunges. Inside of that single foot, bending into that outside knee. Get a nice stretch on that inner thigh. Weight is mostly in that outside leg. Hips pushing back, torso staying upright. Good, back into those push-ups.
I was taken
Exercise.
by the moon, looking down on everything I never knew. I'm awakened by the truth that only for a moment I'm alive with you.
Good, other leg here. Watching that being there for that modification.
If you never come around, how
Into
we
that
ever
standing
gonna
lateral
be?
lunge,
If
getting
you're
out that
always on the
elevated
ground,
foot.
then you're never gonna see what falling feels like. If you never
Toes should
come
both
around,
be facing
how
the
we
same
ever
direction
gonna
here.
be? If you're always on the ground, then you're
Okay, back
never
into
gonna
those
see
push-ups.
what falling feels like. Falling feels.
Exercise.
Falling feels like. Falling feels. I was higher than the stars.
Rest.
Good, back into that first leg, halfway done here.
You are. Many years we've been
Weight is
apart.
over that standing leg.
And I never wanted gravity
Hips
to
push back.
this hard.
Toes both facing forward. Watching that alignment on that knee.
If you never come around, how we
Nice
ever
work.
gonna be?
The
If
last
you're
one
always
push
on
up
the
here.
ground, then you're never gonna see
For now, anyway.
falling
Ready?
feels like.
Exercise.
If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like. Falling feels like. Falling feels
Other leg,
like.
last one here. Into that elevated lateral lunge. leg lift. So similar to those shoulder taps, we're just alternating that leg up. And whatever variation you want here, incline, knees down, doesn't matter. Cardio, we're doing little up and over hops. So little lateral hop, hands drive up, and touch down. If you choose not to jump, you take it to a step. Ready with that plank leg lift. So again, you have the option here to be in an incline position. You have the option to be on your knees. You can still lift up one knee at a time if you choose, or into that full leg lift.
Rest.
Nice, right into those little hops. Side to side, arms drive up, touch down. Ready?
Exercise.
Hop, touch. Nice work, plank leg lift. Ready?
Exercise. Rest.
Nice work, little hops here.
Exercise.
Up and over.
Rest.
Halfway back into that plank.
Exercise.
Nice and strong here. Straight line from those shoulders to those heels.
Rest.
Nice work, up and over. And go.
Exercise.
Nice work. Last plank here.
Exercise. Rest.
Nice work. Last one here. Little hop.
Exercise.
It's a voice from the deep and it's calling for me, singing, no, 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 yeah,
Rest.
Woo, grab some water.
It's a call to the roar as it blaze the shore, singing, no, 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 yeah.
Workout cost.
All right, next one. We're gonna grab those weights if you have them. Little deadlift here. Feet hip width apart. Weights come down, palms facing those sides. Slight bend to those knees. coming down, torso parallel to the floor, pulling those hamstrings and glutes back up. That's number one. Number two here, we have a dive or push-up. So we're starting in that tight position. Butt up nice and high on those balls and toes. We're going to come down to a push-up. Scoop that upper body through. Scoop back into that pike. If you don't like this, you can do pike push-ups. Or push-ups from your knees. Tap those knees. Whatever you want. Alright. Ready here with those deadlifts.
Exercise.
Alright. So feet hip width apart. Flat back. Pulling those shoulders back. Taking this opportunity here to breathe. Nice work. Into that little dive push-up. Again, you can do this from an elevated surface if you choose. You're just not coming down quite as low. So you come into that little scoop
Exercise.
and scoop it back. You can also do what Emily is doing here. So down to that push-up, scoop it through, come down to a full rest, push back on those heels, and start over.
Rest.
Nice, grab those weights, or if you have no weights, we're just touching those toes. Ready?
Exercise.
Squeeze those hamstrings, glutes all the way, full hip extension here. Pulling those shoulders back, squeezing between those shoulder blades.
Rest.
Nice, work into that dive or push-up.
Exercise.
Scoop it back into that pike.
Rest.
Nice, right, grab those weights. Back into those deadlifts, halfway here. Ready?
Exercise.
Good, nice hop back, hip strike back. Nice forward hinge here. If you don't have weight but you want to make this a little more difficult, maybe you take it to one leg.
Rest.
Alright, dive or push-ups. Here we go.
Exercise. Rest.
Awesome, nice work. Last one here.
Exercise.
Last and deadlifts. Squeezing those hamstrings and glutes. Really be intentional in that movement here.
Rest.
Alright, last and push-ups. A little break. Ready?
Exercise.
Nice work, grab some water. Alright, cardio core. needs your core. Choosing that full version here, or dropping that one knee down. 20 seconds, cardio. You're gonna run your mat. Run, touch, run, touch. All right? Starting with that side plank. Again, you can choose to be on that elbow or that hand also. Whatever variation you want. Hips come up. Nice straight line from those shoulders down to those heels. You can stagger those feet if you need a little bit more stability. Stack them for a challenge. Drop to that knee if you need. Or again, option to come up into that hand. All right, we're running that mat. A little bit faster we have here. Forward, touch, backwards, touch. Right. Little jog. Tap. I like to alternate my arms when I tap. Whatever works for you, you can do both. Good. Flipping sides for that side plank here.
I was higher than the stars. Orbiting the universe to where you
Elbow read under that shoulder. Squeezing through those feet.
many years we've been apart. And I never wanted gravity to pull us
Next,
apart.
nice and neutral. Good. Time to run it. Forward or back here.
If you never come
Speed is that intensity factor.
always on the ground, and you're never gonna see what falling feels like. If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never gonna see what falling feels like.
Nice work. Back to that first side for that side plank.
Feels like falling feels like
Hips up nice and high. Squeeze that core. Neck is nice and neutral. We're not staring at those toes. Moving straight forward.
falling feels like falling.
Nice work. Little run here. And go. You don't have to touch the floor either. You can just do a reach down to those knees. When you're coming forward, be mindful of that back position. Other side plank. Hips up. Here you go.
Rest.
Nice work. Little run. Last one. Here we go.
Exercise.
Nice spot back as we reach forward. We're not rounding through those shoulders too much. Nice work. Grab some water.
Recovery.
All right, my friends with weights. We are doing lateral raises. Out to 90, back down. My friends with no weights, you're holding those hands up. Little pulse. Engaging those shoulders. I'll show the next one next time. running out of time. All right, weights if you have them. No weights, you're holding those arms out. Hold 20 seconds here.
Exercise.
Up and down with those weights. At me showing the no weight version. Little tiny pulses if you're no weights here. We're not getting that full range of motion.
Rest.
Nice work. Okay, lower body. We're gonna do a sumo squat here. Nice wide stance. We're gonna squat down. Shift that weight onto one leg. Stand up. Squat down.
Exercise.
Shift and stand. You don't like that? You're just squatting. Sumo squats. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult than those squats, you can tap and stand up. You don't have to balance.
Rest.
All right, back into those lateral raises or those little pulses.
Exercise.
Nice strong core here. Arms come out to 90 and back down. Or you're holding that little 90 position. Thumbs up. Squeeze those shoulders.
Rest.
Nice work. Okay, back into that little squat. So as I was saying last time, if you don't like that balance, but you want to be harder than a sumo squat, you get that little touch here to
Exercise.
stand up. But otherwise, you're getting into that single leg stance. Shift and up. Squat. Shift and up. Nice work.
Rest.
Ooh, back into those arm raises. Here we go.
Exercise.
Core is strong here. We're not swinging those weights up. Nice and controlled through those shoulders.
Rest.
Nice work. Back into that little squat. Nice wide stance. Sink
Exercise.
into those hips. Shift that weight. Stand up. Option to just squat. If need to down that squat. Or have that little touch point.
But the towers that you built in vain, the tide will rise and
Nice work. Okay, last set of arms here. Grab those weights. Little pulses.
bring them down,
Exercise.
bring them down, down. It's in the hum of the leaves when the storm disagrees, singing on your head. We strike with
Rest.
Alright, last set of that little squat. Then we have one more Tabata set to get through and we'll stretch. Almost done, guys.
so much at the
Here we go.
Exercise.
Squat, shift, and up. All that work is coming from those legs here. Core is strong to help stabilize that torso. Again, watching those knees in that squat. Nice work. Okay, grab a quick drink. Last set of cardio core here.
Recovery.
Okay, plank, hip twist. So we're onto those elbows. And we're going to drop that hip side to side. Or options to low body up here. So pushing that weight back and forth on those elbows. Again, you can drop it down and do those hip twists from your knees. Cardio is just going to be skipping. So same that we did in the warm-up. If you have a rope, great. I don't, so I'm just going to mimic it.
Exercise.
Ready for that plank here. So hip drops down, down, Alternating sides. Again, wider those feet are, a little bit easier. Narrower feet right together, a little bit harder.
Rest.
Okay, so a little cardio here. You're into that little jog. Get those shoulders in there. Skip. Ready.
Exercise.
20 seconds. If you like 2-foot skipping, be my guest.
Rest.
Nice work. Into that plank. You can stick with those hip twists. I'm going to demo those little body stop again for those who want that option. So we're up in that plank. Weight, shoulders come forward towards those hands and back. So this is that little body stop if you don't like the hip twist. Nice work. Into that little skip. Almost done, guys. Got it. Here we go.
Exercise.
And making those arms nice and active here. I'm not just flailing around. Purposeful as if you had a skipping rope. Should feel a little bit in your shoulders here.
Rest.
Nice work. Back into that plank. We are halfway here.
Exercise.
Alright, hip twists or body saws. Keep up those knees. Wide feet for extra support. Narrow feet for more difficult.
Rest.
Little skip here. Almost done. Ready?
Exercise.
Again, you can do 2 feet here. You want a little bit more spring in that jump. You can bring those knees up if you want to make it a little bit harder.
Rest.
Woo! All right, last set here. We got one more plank, one more skip, and then we'll stretch. Again, those little body saws, you're shifting that weight forward and back.
Rest.
All right, last 20 seconds of your workout. All you got here, guys.
Mistaken
Little skip.
by the moon, looking down on everything I never knew. I'm awakened by the truth that only for a moment I'm alive with you.
Woo! High five for everybody. All right, we'll take it into a stretch here.
Workout pause.
Coming down onto our back, scratch more, whatever you need before you relax here. Hugging both knees into your chest.
If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you're never
And
gonna
really
see.
focusing on that breathing here. Slowing that heart rate.
And feel.
Okay, we're gonna take those arms out to your sides, so feet over those shoulders. We're gonna put your drop both those knees over to one side and turn your head to the opposite corner. Little body twist here.
I was higher than the stars, orbiting the universe to where you are.
And bring those knees back to the center.
If you never come around, how we ever gonna be? If you're always on the ground, then you never
Back
gonna
to the
see.
center. We're gonna rock ourselves up to sitting, nice and slow. Taking our time. Here we're gonna take those legs nice and wide. Toes stay turned up and back towards the opposite wall. And let's reach those hands in between your legs. Nice stretch to the inner thighs here in that groin. Try to avoid having those knees and toes roll in. Keep those hips turned out. You can take that one arm all the way over. Nice big stretch through that side. To that other side. Again, as we stretch here, I'm just going to mention that if you'd like a copy of this recording, we are recording the workout, and if you want to do it again later, you can drop your email to Chelsea in the chat privately, and we will send you a link to the recording. It is unedited, so unfortunately you get like all the chitter chatter at the start of my setup. But because you guys attended the class, we're willing to give you guys that link until a point where they're maybe housed on the website later for everybody to access if they missed it. So if you would like the workout and you didn't ask for permission to record at the beginning, Chelsea can give you that link if you send your email. If you have any feedback, questions, concerns, I'm going to stick around at the end of class here. But I'll also put my email in the chat, as well as Chelsea's, and you can send us any questions, comments, concerns. We'd love to hear your guys' feedback. Stretching those legs out in front of you, we'll reach for those toes. I will stick around once we're done stretching here. If you want to unmute yourselves and chat, ask any questions, I'm always happy to answer anything. Hope you guys enjoyed your workout. For those of you that have been attending our live classes, starting next week, we're going to have some more available. So I'll get Chelsea to drop the link to the website in the chat here, and you can check out the classes that we're adding starting next week. So there will be more live classes, which is awesome, and hope you guys are enjoying them. Good. All right, we're all done for today. So thanks for joining me. I hope to see you again next Thursday. Stick around if you have any questions, comments. I'll check the chat now. You can unmute yourselves as well. I love hearing from people in person. So any feedback you have is greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out what's coming next week.